Everyone. I'm sorry I got like a minute late. Don't ask why. Did. How is everybody doing? I hope you're doing good. It's a good Friday afternoon, and yeah, good. Ready to start this class. When I was making my PPT for this class, I was just like, story is a little off. But yeah, we have the story, and we are of course going to cover it. I hope you're good. In the comment section, we're just 5 or 6 of us. Why not? Good. Hi Shashwat, nice to see you. Shantanu, nice to see you as well. Nice to see everybody. Of course, good afternoon, guys. I hope you're doing good. Ma'am is also doing okay. Hi, ma'am, I'm Gunjan. Hi, Gunjan, nice to see you in the session as well. Shashwat, good afternoon. Of course, who else said hi? Puru, you're the only one who said hi. Nice to see you. Hi Nandini, good evening, of course. Good evening ho chuka hai. I just realized that. Hi Neil, nice to see you as well. Nandini and Neil, are you guys in 7th grade or are you guys in 6th grade? Which grade are you from? Hi Grish, nice to see you. Welcome to the session. Alright. Good evening guys, good evening. मेरे को realize नहीं हुआ 4 बज गए. Apparently, time flies, literally. Alright. Guys, let's get started with the session. Hi Grishma, hi Siddharth and Kunal, nice to see you. Guys, we are going to be doing a bicycle in good repair part 2, right? So this is going to be the second session. First session is something that we have already done, right? Neil, 7th, yeah, Neil, this is I think CBSE, no? I'm not sure if this is gonna come in your exam. But guys, as we stated before, we are going to cover this chapter in 2 parts. So we are already done with part 1. We are going to cover part 2 today. Now the story is kind of funny, right? Now before that, let me give a quick introduction about me as well as about Unacademy. My name is Andreena, in case you did not know that. Guys, I did my bachelor's in economics for 3 years, 4 years ago. And since then, I've been doing a lot of teaching, a lot of learning. And if you already know me, then you know my favorite color is green for no apparent reason. Of course, quick introduction about Unacademy as well. We have daily live classes. This is live. I can chit chat with you. We also have structured courses. So all these courses are created by teachers. There is of course live polls and quizzes that we do. We all have a mentee today in case somebody was writing that in the comment section. Ma'am, do we have mentee? Yes, we have. Right? And of course, unlimited access, which basically means all of these, you get access to everything, the recorded stuff as well as the daily life classes, right? Now, of course, daily life classes are there. We've already discussed that. Then, of course, there is working with some really nice educators. And there's a comprehensive syllabus bit as well, because all of these courses and PPTs that you see are created by teachers themselves, right? In case you already don't know that, you can follow any teacher or any educator on this app, and you can also message them directly. So you can stay in touch with us. This is a good way of staying in touch with us. And if you don't want to do that, then we have 6th, 7th and 8th group as well on Telegram for Unacademy. So you can stay in touch with us through that as well. Basically, whatever works for you, whatever sails your boat, right? This is what the subscription page looks like in case you're planning to buy a subscription, which basically means you're going to pay for plus classes. Special classes are absolutely free. That reminds me, I have a special class on nouns today. Make sure that you join me for that. It's going to be a lot of fun, right? So the code that you can use to get a what discount? 10% discount is ANSYT. Try to go for something a little long term. Otherwise, you will not understand anything about the platform, about the teacher, about how he or she teaches. Very important when you're spending your money to take these classes. Yes, of course, we are going to start with part 2 of the course, not the course, but part 2 of this chapter. Hi Puru, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Kanchan ma'am said that good morning gives us more energy. Puru, maybe even though it's getting wintry here, so I'm not feeling very energetic because winter may mornings are very delayed. The sun comes out at 8:30 or 9 o'clock. So, not really. Alright. Hi, Garima. Nice to see you. There are not a lot of kids today in the class. Today, there are kids who are just like, no, not today. Garima, nice to see you. Yes, guys, there is a mentee today. Kiran, hi, nice to see you as well. Alright, guys, today we are just going to be maybe 10-15 of us. Why not? So, today, of course, we are going to start with the second part of the story. I'm going to finish the story today, which is repair of the cycle. Not so much of a repair. If you have read the story, it's kind of ridiculous because there is no repair which happens in the story. So, I don't know why it's called a bicycle in repair. Right? Hi Sneha, so nice to see you. Hi Tanushri. Sneha, Tanushri, so cute. Lovely to see both of you. How many of us are okay with some story time? Basically, ma'am is going to narrate the story for you, and then I'm going to keep asking you questions in the middle. So what happens is that you are very engaged in the story, and also you're answering all of my questions that I'm going to throw at you. Okay? Sampan, ma'am, please revise. Sampan, yaar, I'm not sure if I can, but I will tell you a brief about it for sure. Right? Hi Siddharth. Hi Sneha. Lovely to see you. Shubhangi, hi. Nice to see you as well. Guys, we're gonna finish the story off today because bas ho gaya, khatam. Is story ko aur nahi kheench sakte. Now, of course, the time when we actually left off the story was when this guy, and there was a boy and there was a man, and the man was manhandling this boy's bike, right? So, of course, now he was looking at what? He was looking at the wheel, no? The front wheel of the bike. I want you to pay attention, not in the comment section, but to the story, because I will ask you questions in the middle of the story, right? So, what exactly happens? This man starts to manhandle the bike. And is it his bike? No, it's not his bike. It's the boy's bike, right? But the boy clearly doesn't say anything. So what he says is, ki, oh, while I'm looking at the wheel, let me also look at the gear set. Yeah, he's like, while I'm looking at the wheel, let me also look at the gear set. The boy tried to dissuade him, but the man was taking off his gear set. So the boy is just like, ki, nahi, zarurat nahi hai karne ki. Why are you doing that? But the man is already taking off the gear set, assuming ki ye meri bike hai, so I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want with this bike. Now, of course, a very experienced friend of the boy had told him कि भैया अगर कभी gear case खराब होता है ना तो अपनी bike sell कर देना because it's just going to be cheaper than getting the gear set repaired. ठीक है? This is what is happening from the last time that we finished up the story. So, in case you're confused about what is happening, guys, you need to watch the previous video to understand this one. ठीक है? So, the man was fixing the front wheel. Then the man was like, maybe I will also look at the gear set. And now, kiski bike hai wo? Wo to bike boy ki hai. So boy is just like, no, don't touch the gear set, please. Don't do this. Because why was he saying that? Because a very experienced friend of the boy had told him, if the gear set ever stops working, you should invest in a new bike rather than getting the gear set theek, because it's going to be less expensive or it's going to be cheaper, right? Now, does anybody know what is the meaning of dissuade? D-I-S-S-U-A-D-E. Very simple word, but it definitely means something, and it's going to be very important from the exam perspective to understand this word. Why? Because it can come in your exam. What do you think is the meaning of this? Dissuade. What do you think? Nobody knows the answer? Try to change the topic. Kind of, yes. Hi Anjali, welcome to the session. Chaitya ma'am did not take 4 PM class today. Mukush, I'm not sure if she has a class today. Arush, we have a mentee, not right now. Yes, Reshma, it basically means to persuade someone to take a particular course of action, right? How do I know that? Because Google told me. So, if I want to have an ice cream and I'm having a cold, what will your mama say? Your mama will say, don't have ice cream, no? So, she is going to ask you not to do a particular action, right? Everybody wants to have ice cream, but COVID and there is cold, right? So, dissuade is to persuade someone to take a different course of action, right? Or not to take a particular course of action. You guys are absolutely correct. This can come in your exam. There are word meanings which have a possibility of coming in your exam. This is one of them. All right. Now, there is nothing easier than taking off a gear set. So, the man is like, man said, the only inexperienced people. So, जब ये लड़का अपने इस इंसान को बताता है कि यार मेरे को तो बताया था कि अगर gear set खराब हो जाता है तो फिर बाइक बेच देनी चाहिए क्योंकि gear set तो बहुत expensive होता है. So, the man is like, nah, only inexperienced people who don't know about machines talk like that. there is nothing easier than taking off a gear set. The boy has to confess that after all, the man was right. So the man is like, nothing better or easier than taking off a gear set. What is easier than taking off a gear set is not taking off the gear set, right? Why do you think that the man knew what he was doing? Or why did you think the boy thought that the man knew what he was doing? What do you think? Why do you think he felt that the man knew what he was doing? Hi Krishna, nice to see you. Don't have ice cream. Yes, clearly nobody is having ice cream. My mother dissuaded me from taking that course of action, right? Nobody knows why he may be being technical. Now the boy thinks that the man knew what he was doing because the man was pretending. For example, अगर आप एग्जाम में बैठे हो और एग्जाम में कुछ आता नाता नहीं है, आपको पढ़ के नहीं आए हो, पर you're pretending to write something, तो टीचर को क्या लगेगा? टीचर को तो लगेगा ना कि आपको उतना सारा आता है, आप कितना सारा लिख रहे हो एग्जाम में, पर अगर पास आके देखो एग्जाम पेपर में कुछ नहीं, right? Same thing like this. So this man was very very good at pretending. He was pretending कि मुझे सब आता है, मुझे पता है gear set क्या होता है, उसे change कैसे कर. That is the only thing here, right? Because in less than, now boy thinks that this man knows everything about a gear set and changing a gear set, because in the next 5 minutes he has the gear set out in 2 parts on the gravel, right? So he is like कि maybe इसे थोड़ा बहुत तो कुछ ना कुछ तो आता ही होगा. The man was searching for screws. It is always a mystery to him how all the screws kept disappearing. If you will notice, at different point in the story or the start of the story also, he lost a lot of different screws, right? So the man starts searching for screws. He's like, yeah, it's such a mystery. Where do all of these screws go or keep disappearing? Of course, now the boy is irritated, right? ठीक है, क्योंकि first of all, ये उस इंसान की bicycle तो है नहीं. This man is ruining the bicycle of the boy. Now, of course, common sense everybody has. Not a lot of people use though. So common sense comes knocking to the boy, and it keeps asking him to stop the lunatic from manhandling his bike. He's just like, yaar, please, yaar, stop manhandling my bike, stop ruining my bike. The common sense would have been to take. Now, the right thing would have been to take this property, basically take his bike back from the man, right, and take the man by his neck. Not really, that's too much, but basically asking the man to leave कि यार तुम जाओ, मेरी साइकिल को छोड़ दो अकेले, right? That's common sense. अगर आप लोग होते तो आप भी यही करते, मैं होती मैं definitely ये करती. Even before this happened, I'd be like, no, this is my cycle, give it back to me, I want to go by myself and you go off my property, right? Who do you think is the lunatic here? Now this is the part where I'm talking about, right? Where common sense is like, stop the lunatic from manhandling his cycle. Option number A, B, C and D यहाँ पे है नहीं, so you will have to free write this one in the comment section for me. What do you think? Who do you think is the lunatic that this boy is talking about, or the boy's common sense is talking about? Who's the crazy one? The boy or the man? Very simple. No? Who do you, the man is the, yes, of course, he's clearly a fool. Hi Devesh, nice to see you. Guys, the man is kind of stupid. First, I think the boy is also extremely stupid in the story, but that's completely subjective, my opinion. Now, the man is the lunatic here, no? So, उस लड़की की common sense बोलती है कि भैया इसको बोलो, इस stupid इंसान को बोलो, मेरी bike मुझे वापस दे, and ask him to move off your property, right? Lunatic is somebody who is a fool, or not actually fool also, somebody who is crazy, right? Okay. Let's take a look at this one. But the boy is conscious. But the boy is conscious. Okay. Now a lot of people have a lot of problems about hurting somebody else's feeling. तो कभी कभार होता है ना आपके आपके बीच के फ्रेंड के बीच में आपको कुछ बोलना होता है पर आप नहीं बोल सकते क्योंकि we are just scared कि यार अगर मैं बोल दूंगा तो his or her feelings will get hurt. Same thing happened with the boy. Now the boy had a conscience, ठीक है, about hurting somebody else's feelings. He was very very conscious. He was like, I don't want to hurt this man's feeling, so I'm gonna let him muddle on. करने दो जो करना है, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, right? Would you do the same as the boy? Interesting question. ठीक है, अब boy की common sense तो बोल रही थी कि he should take his bike back, but उसने तो नहीं ली. Do you think you would do the same thing as the boy? Would you let anybody do anything to your bicycle? Yes or no? It's a yes or no question, and if you want to explain, feel free to explain in the comment section. I would not. No, I would not let anybody touch my property first, and second, destroy it more than that. Right? Of course not. Garima says no. Tanushri says no. Neil says never, never, never. Neil, me too. There is Mamta says no. Ganesh says no. Subhangi says. Basically, we're saying no. Of course not. We're not stupid like the boy. We're not going to let somebody ruin our property. Especially if it's the property that your mom, dad have paid for. Not even you have paid for. Right? So no, of course not. We would not let the boy or anybody else do something to our property. Now the man, of course, there is so much repair in the story, and it doesn't even make sense because honestly there is no repair. This man doesn't know what he's doing. So the man stopped looking for screws that they had a way for turning when you least expected them. So man was of course trying to fix this boy's bike, which was not even broken. Right? So he was just trying to look for screws everywhere, and then he was like, oh, you know what is the thing about screws? They tend to turn up when you least expect them. तो इधर उधर चलते वलते मिल जाते हैं. He said he would move on to look at the chain, right? अभी तक तो वो wheel पे था, उसके बाद वो गया gear set पे, उसके बाद वो गया chain पे. Basically, he is ruining the entire bicycle. He tightened it until it couldn't move, then loosened it twice as much as it was loose before. तो पहले थोड़ी loose थी, उसने इतना टाइट कर दिया कि वो हिल ही नहीं पाई. उसके बाद उसने डबल टाइम लूज करके छोड़ दिया. He's very good at repairing. He said that they should put the front wheel in place now. और अभी तक guys story में front wheel अभी तक बाहर ही है. अभी तक front wheel is not put in place. Just saying, right? So you can see how badly this guy is treating the cycle. Do you think the man knows anything about cycle repair? Very honest question. Yes or no? Yes, ma'am. This guy clearly seems to be an expert at cycle repair. No, ma'am. He's clearly not an expert at anything. To me, it seems like the latter. He doesn't seem to be knowing anything. Hi, Tanu. Nice to see you. Alright. Meaning of lunatic? Guys, somebody who's stupid or crazy. Okay. Yeah, of course. Neil, Mamta, Shraddhanjali. Okay. Tanu, Shalini, you guys are absolutely correct. No, nothing. This guy doesn't seem to be knowing nothing about cycle repair or anything else much, because इस chapter में तो इसकी cycle repair वाली instincts ही check हुई है, which is clearly not there, right? So do you think the man knows anything about cycle repair? Nada, nothing. Of course, now comes the funny part in the story. Now this is funny. This can come in your exam. Why? Because this is the most important part. Now the boy held the fork open. I think you have to keep the part that covers, if I'm not wrong, again, I'm not a technical person, so the part that covers the cycle front tire, like this, you have to keep it open. So when the man couldn't place the wheels, they switched positions. So the man couldn't place the wheel, usse ye bhi nahi ho raha. So the boy had to come and fit in the wheel. When they finally got the wheel in place, the man burst out laughing. Of course, the boy was like, Bhaiya, what's the joke? Why are you laughing? I didn't find anything that's laughing worthy. And the guy replies saying that I am an ass. Alright, fair enough. I think he was an ass, a big one. Of course, why do you think the man calls himself an ass? I think it's quite hilarious, right? So he starts laughing and the boy asks, why are you laughing? The man says, because I think I'm an ass. And of course, guys, why do you think what could have happened to make the man say that he's actually an ass? Which is, by the way, very true. So this is the first time this guy has done something remotely close to what he actually is. Right? Hi, Divya. Nice to see you. Hi, Aditi. Nice to see you as well. He knows he's mad because he does not know the... Okay, Neil. Yes. Rishan. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, it's true. It's kind of funny. Topic we're teaching now. One also. Ma'am, no, Nandini. Part 1 ho kya? Hi, Tanu. Guys, he does not know anything about the cycle and he crazily broke it. Yes, Neha. I think let's figure out why exactly the man called himself an ass. Right, of course. That was the first thing. Now the boy, okay, so boy was looking at this man, right? Now his respect for when the man confessed that I am an ass, this boy's respect for the man just soared high. He was like, this is the first time I actually have respect for this man, right? He asked what led to the most obvious discovery. Because why obvious discovery? Because sabko pata hai this guy is an ass, right? So the boy was like, tumhe pata kaise chala that you're an ass? Now, of course, the man replies, because we forgot the ball bearings basically. And the boy looked for his hat. So if you know, at the start of the story or the first part of the story, there were, जब वो front wheel निकालता है, there are a lot of ball bearings which just scatter away, right? So the boy holds them in his hat. Now the boy starts looking for his hat. He's like, okay, fine, we're missing the ball bearings. Well, let me just figure out where it is. कहाँ पे है? Right? So he starts looking for a hat, and it's all topsy-turvy on the path, right? Now, what exactly is a topsy-turvy? This is personally a very favorite, this is personally a very favorite part of mine. This is my favorite part of the story, because it's hilarious. It's hilarious because this guy admits that he is an absolute ass and he's crazy because he's ruining somebody's cycle. What do you think is meaning of topsy-turvy? A, B, C, D options? No, you're gonna have to free write this one in the comment section. What do you think? Upside down. Rajat, we do have Menti today, don't worry. Nandini, upside down. Yes, guys, something that's upside down. Hi, Ashutosh, nice to see you. Guys, something that's upside down or a little confusing. Now, imagine that you're having a really nice, delicious bowl of ice cream. Yes, you've been wanting to have ice creams for weeks now, right? And suddenly, something happens and it goes upside down on your lap. Would you feel sad? Yes. That is the meaning of topsy-turvy, when something goes upside down. Now, you will never be able to forget the meaning of topsy-turvy because your emotions are connected to it. There is a very strong chance you will not forget it. Topsy-turvy means something that's upside down or something that's in a state of confusion, right? Now, of course, they found 11 screws. So, uski hat mein na 16 screws jo the, wo to the hi nahi. So, usme se sirf 11 the. So, what did they do? They took the 11 screws and they placed them on both sides of the bike. I think 6 on one and 5 on the other. But the wheel actually wobbled now. Pehle to wheel wo bol raha tha na ki yaar, wheel is wobbly, let me fix it. Now the wheel is actually wobbly. Now he says, the author says कि भैया even a child would have noticed. एक बच्चा जिसने by God जिंदगी में कभी साइकिल नहीं चलाई, even he could have noticed that now the front wheel was actually wobbly after fixing the bike. Now the boy says that the man's cheery confidence and skills and inexplicable hopelessness does him good. Now boy is of course being super sarcastic. He's of course, do you think he's happy about it? No, he's not. He's definitely not happy, right? So he says that the man's cheery confidence and his skill of fixing a cycle and of course his hopelessness, yeah, I can do this, right, does him good. What do you think is, do you really think that the boy was happy? At this point, imagine that you're the boy and there is a man who is manhandling your cycle. Do you think the boy was actually happy? Would you be happy if you were the boy? Yes or no? If I was the boy, I would be irritated. Not even irritated, I'd be infuriated. I'd be like, ugh, why you're touching my cycle? And why did you just ruin everything? Right? I would definitely not be happy. Yes, Surendra. Kamakshi also says no. Sampan also is like, ma'am, of course he was not happy. Of course, guys, if definitely not. Boy was not happy. He says all of this in sarcasm. He doesn't mean to congratulate the man. He's just saying ki bhaiya, I really appreciate your cheery confidence and skill and inexplicable hopefulness. Right? So he's definitely not happy. If you're thinking that he's happy, guys, you've not got this chapter. He's sad. He's not even sad. The reason why he is not saying anything is because he feels sad about hurting somebody else's feelings. Now, wait, we have done this part. Okay. Now, what do you think is the meaning of inexplicable? Inexplicable, what do you think is the meaning? Hi, guys, if you're writing hi in the comment section, sorry, I did not see it. What is the meaning of inexplicable? Inexplicable. It's a very simple word, but again, you would be able to tell me the meaning of this word. Where exactly is this word coming? Here. Inexplicable hopelessness. Ab ye mat bolna ki ma'am is making up this word. This word is actually from the chapter. Alright. Alright, something that cannot be what? Something that, yes, Tanushri, it's mysterious. Hi Ayushi, hi Rohit, nice to see you. Mysterious, something that you're not able to explain. For example, if you leave the last piece of pizza in the fridge, who had it the next morning? Kisi ko nahi pata. It's a mystery, right? Can you explain who had the last slice of pizza fridge mein? It's inexplicable. Inexplicable. announcing it. Cool. Now, of course, he starts to refix the gear set. This story doesn't end. He starts to refix the gear set in the process, and in the process does what seemed like a fight with the machine. Now, I'm going to be really honest here, alright? There are 2 paragraphs in the story. There's basically almost the end 2 paragraphs of the story where the only thing that is described is how this guy is wrestling or fighting with the cycle. That's it. Why is he fighting with the cycle? Kisi ko koi pata nahi. But he's fighting with the cycle. He works from the side sometimes, then he goes behind, then he goes in the front, then he takes the cycle to the to near a tree, and then he works it there, and then he works under the cycle while the oil is dripping upon him. Then one moment the cycle would be on him, one moment he's on the cycle, and one moment the cycle is on him. Who knows what he's doing? All of this is described in 2 paragraphs. I wanted to write it here, but then I was like, no, I cannot. I would want you to read this by yourself and see how ridiculous this guy is. Right? This man is extremely ridiculous. Very obvious question, right? At this point, I asked myself in the chapter, I was like, कि भैया ये लड़का रोक क्यों नहीं रहा है इस इंसान को? Now, this is a question which we have already answered at the start of the session, right? Why do you think the boy is not stopping this man? This is not a yes or no question. You have to think about, there is something this boy doesn't like doing. I have given you an example of that as well. What do you think this boy is not, why do you think he's not stopping the man? Recap कर दो please. निकिता, पुरानी वाली वीडियो नहीं देखनी. पुरानी वाली वीडियो में बुरी नहीं लग रही, मैं अच्छी लग रही हूँ. देख लेना जाके, don't worry. He doesn't want to hear. Reshma, spot on. Yes. Aditi, spot on. Yes. I would have, you would have damn slapped the man left and right. Sneha, me too. Just even though I would have only slapped and done nothing else. Samakshi, oh, I'm so sorry, sad face. Because he didn't want to hurt the man. Yes, guys, remember this guy has an issue. The boy has an issue. He doesn't like to hurt somebody else's feelings. That is why he doesn't really stop the man. अगर common sense होता, common sense जो बीच में आया भी था, वो रोक देता ना, but common sense did not win. His feelings won, like mostly in our life it does. Right? So he was like, oh, I don't want to hurt this man's feeling. So I'm just going to sacrifice my cycle. Really? Of course not. Never sacrifice your things. So of course, at 1:45, this is how literally the story ends. At 1:45, dirty and deceived, cut and bleeding, the man says it will do. So the man has struggled with the cycle for 2 super long paragraphs in the chapter and for a very long time. And he's just like dirty and he's just like bleeding from somewhere. And he's like, हाँ, अब हो गया. कर लिया मैंने तुम्हारी साइकिल को बिल्कुल ठीक. The bicycle looked like it already had enough. मतलब सिर्फ लड़के का नहीं, मेरा नहीं, but I think everybody, including the cycle, was just like हो गया और नहीं. ठीक है? Who was in the worst condition? It was very difficult to say. Whether the man who was dirty and dripping weirdly with oil and had blood, was he in the worst condition or the bike? I'm gonna place my bets on the bike. The bike का तो बुरा हाल कर ही दिया होगा. Right? Now the boy takes the man to the kitchen so that the man can clean himself up. The boy is very nice. I have to say he's very polite. He takes the man so the man can clean himself up. Alright? What do you think happens next? I want you to guess. How do you think the story is going to end? Because the story's ending is the most, how do I say it? That's it. It's literally just like poofs. I don't even know what happened in the end. I don't know why they gave it such thanda ending, but they did. What do you think happens in the end, guys? Alright. What do you think? Ma'am, I'll call my mom. Of course you will. Alright, Harshal, is there mentee? Rita, of course there is mentee, but it's going to happen in a bit. I like how most of you are just like, ma'am, I'll call my mom. Guys, mom is not going to solve all your problems for all rest of your life. ठीक है? बड़े होने के बाद आधी से ज़्यादा problems you solve for yourself. Right? You think the boy will forgive? The cycle broke. Okay. Oh God, I can't pronounce your name. Hi Ashwarya, nice to see you. They would have gone to, right? Aditi, that is a very optimistic view of life. No, they did not go for a bicycle ride, literally what they did. The boy finally sends the man home. He's like, tum jao yahan se, khatam. Right? That's literally how the story ends. Finally, the boy sends the man home. Right? Where is my pen? Because I really want to write the end. Yes, that's it. That's literally how it ends. cycle kharab. The man was so creepy. Do you think like Aditi said in the section, right, comment section, saying ki maybe they went for that cycle. Do you guys feel the same way, all of you? Do you think they were ever to go for the cycle ride? They intended to go on. Now I want you to jog your memories up to the start of the session. You know, how did they meet? The man said, oh, you know, kal na subah cycle ride pe chalte hain. ऐसे ही तो start हुआ था ना chapter. Do you think they actually went for that cycle ride? Yes or no? What do you think? Nope, of course not. Whose mom? Mamta, not my mom. My mom is busy. So she ain't got time for that. She ain't got time for problems, honestly. But Garima of course says no. Puru says no. Kamakshi says no. Suryansh says no. Of course not. Do you think in the story at any point did I say ki, oh, then they lived happily ever after and they went out for a ride? Of course not. They're not riding into the sunset. No, this is not Cinderella or Little Mermaid. Even though in both of them, they did not ride off into the sunset. Anyway, guys, no, they definitely did not go for any bike ride. Let's do a quick quiz time to wrap up this entire. We are going to have another quiz on this. I think I'm gonna try and keep it short. I want, in case you don't know what we are doing here, guys, please go to menti.com and you would be able to join the quiz. Right, 3225141. Also, guys, I have a special class today at 5:30 on nouns. It's going to be a lot of fun, simple, easy breezy session. So make sure that you join me for that. Okay, I hope I've got the right. If I've not, then my apology. I have a feeling that maybe I got it wrong. No, I think I got it right. 3225141. I'm expecting 20 students. Chill. Maybe kafi hai. I'm going to be satisfied with that also. No, they did not go. I think the man was mad and very stupid. Who had the intention of to break a... Yes, definitely. Sneha, you're absolutely correct. The man was kind of crazy, right? So he definitely had the intention to break it. I don't even think that he broke it with the intention of breaking it. I think he just broke it because he was having fun. And if you were the boy, you should have stopped this man from breaking your cycle. I think the stupid guy is not even the man. I think stupid is the boy, because he did not stop that man from breaking his cycle. That is the moral of the story. Actually, I don't even know if there is a moral. Is there a moral? Let me know in the comment section, guys, if you think there is a moral in the story. And if there is a moral, what do you think is the moral of the story? What did you learn from the story? What did I learn? Don't let other people touch your property. If it's precious to you, don't do that to yourself and to somebody else. Nikita, you're evil. Okay, cool. Puru is like, no, ma'am, no moral in the story. Me too. Oh, okay, interesting. Whoa. Purvi, hi. I'm so sorry for your loss. Sorry, honestly. Alright, Tanushri, you're a mouse. Okay. Nobody, Sampan, no moral of the story. Should I just literally Google it? I want to see. Is there a moral? I feel like there is no moral in the story. There. Cool. Let's get started. Got each other properly satisfied. Not tease your property if you're not. Oh, okay. That is a moral. That's an interesting moral. It's cool. Feeling it. All right. I think there is a moral. I think it's even if sometimes things are uncomfortable to say and difficult to say, you should say them because they are important. They are supposed to be said. बोला था वीडियो के पेपर पढ़ना बोला था निकिता हो गया आज. Alright, guys, let's get started. Ma'am, please wait 5 minutes. Nandini, we can't wait so long. Ma'am shows the compassion and a lot of patience for me. Oh, Sneha, I love that moral. That's amazing. To stay patient even when so many horrible things are happening around you, just like a pandemic is happening. I hope you're washing your hands 20 seconds. Make sure that you do that. Carry a sanitizer and please wear a mask if you're going outside. When you come back home, take a bath. Don't shy away from taking baths. Even though taking bath is not the best thing. Cool. Let's get started. We have some questions to recap the previous part of the story, Nikita. Don't worry. And the rest of it is going to be from this part. Cool. Let's get started. There are 19 questions. Bahut time hai apne paas, honestly. This is a question that I asked last time as well. Just to reinforce it, what is the meaning of whacking? What do you think? What do you think? What do you feel like doing to your younger brothers and sisters? If I had a younger brother or sister, this would be happening so often. I'm kidding. Don't hurt your brothers and sisters. They are angels. No, they're not. They are not angels, but they're brothers and sisters. You ought to be nice to your brothers and sisters. What do you think, guys? A, B, C, or D? What do you think is the answer? Hi, Study with Fun. Nice to see you. Sakshi, I am fine. I have 2 more classes today, and then I'm good to go. And tomorrow I have 5 classes. So, yes. Beating or striking, guys. Remember, sometimes you have the urge to whack your brothers and sisters? That urge. I'm kidding. Don't hurt your brothers and sisters. Always be nice. Because they're the only ones that you have. Alright, Amit, Harshil, birthday yesterday. Are Harshil birthday nikal gaya, no? Hansita, nice to see you. Shantanu, Sneha, Ribit, Rishin, Rimjim, Garma, and of course, opposite of good repair. Vice choice nail. Nice to see you guys on the leaderboard. A lot of new names on the leaderboard. That's interesting. Right. Okay, guys, what do you think is the answer? Why didn't the not by boy stop the man from destroying his cycle? Now, there's a very legit legal reason given in the story as to why the boy did not stop the man from hurting his cycle. What do you think it was? We have already mentioned it. Kiran is like, no ma'am, no moral in the story. Moral, not moral, moral in the story. Yes. A, B, C, or D, 42 of us are there and we have voted. Guys, the boy was weak when it came to hurting somebody's feelings. It's just like, I don't want to hurt your feelings. You should hurt somebody's feelings if it's in turn hurting you. Why would you do that? Right? Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Harshil, you're leading. Why am I not surprised? Kamakshi, nice to see you. There is Avni. Avni, nice to see you as well. Rishan, I think this is the first time we have seen. And Hansita, congratulations. Yeah, you have taken over Harshil. Everything is good in life. Next question. Let's take a look at the third question. Alright, Study with Fun. What do you want to say? The man was half an hour late the next morning. Now, think of this again. Question we have already done. Think about the start of the story. Right? When the man asks the boy, oh, hey, kal subah bike ride ke liye chale. And the next morning, do you think the man is half an hour early? Or do you think the man is half an hour late? True or false? What do you think is the correct answer? 42. I'm still waiting for 1 or 2 students to wake up from their naps and give the answer. Guys, if I can sacrifice my afternoon nap for the class, you can too. I believe in you. Guys, it's true. He was half an hour late, bhaiya. Half an hour late is a lot. Respect people's time and your time. Time is the only real asset we have on planet Earth. Just saying. Guys, the man was half an hour late the next morning. Yeah, आधे घंटा late कौन आता है? अगर मेरा friend आधे घंटे late आता है, I would be like, मैं जा रही हूँ. हो गया मेरा. I'm gonna go home and take a nap or eat something. Hansita, Harshil, and Neil, Sneha, Amit, Kamakshi, Avni, Johnny, Garma, and Ashwarya are there. Not bad. Guys, make sure that you join me for the Nouns ka special class today at 5:30. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be very easy breezy. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Make sure that you join me. And yeah, it's gonna happen right after this class at 5:30. I'm gonna take a breather and then we're gonna get started. Why did the man shake the front wheel violently? Now, this is something that happens at the start of the story. Now, at the start of the story, the man comes across this boy's bike. He's just like, guys, this front wheel seems a little wobbly, no? So, option number A, B, C, or D, what do you think is the correct answer? Right, 42 of us have voted because he wanted, 2 options are correct, because he wanted to play with the wheel, because he didn't like the narrator, wo confirmed nahi hai. I think the narrator did not like the man, clearly, because of course he was ruining the bike, right? So option number B and C are the correct answers. Let's see, I think Hansita, have you given the answer? Yes, she has. And Hansita, are you still leading? Yes, she is. Then Harshil, Amit, Neil, Sneha, Kamakshi, Avni, Johnny, Ashwarya, Aditi saying you are the best. Nice to know that you already know that. Right? Let's take a look at this question. Guys, what did the boy's common sense ask him to do? Common sense तो सबके पास होती है, use सब नहीं करते. But what do you think? इस boy के पास भी common sense थी, right? This common sense was asking the boy to do something, right? So it's option number A, B, C, or D. It asked him to throw the man out of his property. It asked the boy to reclaim his property. भैया मुझे मेरी cycle दो. Or it asked the boy to save his property from the lunatic, from basically the crazy man. Or is it all of the above? What do you think? Some of us are still sleeping and taking a nap. Guys, I know this is kind of nap time, but not acceptable. Most of us say it's the correct answer, option number D, all of the above. Yeah, that's what the common sense is, right? It's just like, kar kya raha hai ye ladka? Or what is this man doing with my bike? It's gonna be option number D, and most of us, 16 of us, gave the correct answer. Right? Also, guys, I feel like whenever we're doing, oh, Hansita and Harshal के answer नहीं दिया ढंग से. Okay, Amit and Neil, Sneha, Johnny, Ashwarya, Garima, Hansita, Harshal and Ritesh and Kamakshi. Nice to see you guys on the leaderboard. Let's take a look at the 6th question. With these quizzes, I feel halfway through, they're just like some kids who are just like, ho gaya mera. Why? Now, at some point at the start of the story, the man asks for a hammer. Why do you think he's asking for a hammer? Why does the man need the hammer in the first place? And our boy, not the narrator, but the boy is actually dumb enough to go to the shed and actually get him a hammer. So you know who is the smart one in the story, right? Is it A, B, C or D? What do you think is the correct answer? Ronali, you're kind of late. Yes, you are not so late, but kind of late. And of course, good afternoon to you too. Alright guys, he wanted to fix the wobbly front wheel. बोलता है ना कि ये front wheel थोड़ा wobbly नहीं लग रहा. Should I fix it for you? Next time somebody says that to you, take your cycle and run from there. Literally. Don't let somebody touch your cycle unless the person is a legit mechanic. Otherwise, no. I think that's the moral of the story. Sneha, the moral of the story is nothing great. The moral of the story is this. Somebody asks to fix your bike, don't let them fix it. Amit, Neil and Sneha and Johnny and Ashwarya, Garima, Ritesh, Harshal, Kamakshi and Avni are there on the lead. Nikita saying, guys, is there 2 mentee also? Puru, this is the only mentee. और कितने mentee बनाऊंगी मैं इस chapter पे? Why did the man and narrator grovel for half an hour? So right before I ended yesterday's or the last session, they were on their knees and hands and they were trying to find something. What do you think they were trying to do when they were trying to grovel for half an hour? Which is a lot. Right? What do you think is the correct answer? Alright, I'm still waiting for some of us to answer because some of us are taking a very legit afternoon nap. Even now that I've said it so many times, even I feel like taking a nap. Damn it. Why? Why? Lakshay, nice to see you. Guys, because they were collecting all tiny, they were collecting the ball bearings, whatever that thing is, that was everywhere. Because they were fixing the bike, more appropriate answer would be option number C and not option number A. Even though option number A is like a blanket answer, it's not the most appropriate answer. Right? Amazing. I'm in the 19th place. Study with fun. You're at the 19th place. Hey, we can do better. No? Come on. You can do better. Nandanika. Oh my god. Can't pronounce it. I looked at the name and I was like, I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ma'am has limited capabilities here. Do you think the narrator was happy with the man hammering his bike? Very simple question. And also very common sense. You have it, use it. Guys, do you think he was happy? If you were the boy and if somebody was hammering or whacking away at your bicycle, do you think you'd be happy? Or do you think you'd be like, why? Why are you hammering my cycle? Alright, 40 of us have given the correct answer or have given the answer. Let me be more appropriate. Guys, the answer is going to be what? The answer is going to be, of course, he was not happy. Option number A. He wasn't happy. Would you be happy if somebody was whacking away at your cycle? Of course not. No, option number A is the correct answer. 34 of us gave the correct answer out of 40-ish बच्चे. 6 बच्चे कहाँ पिघले किसी को नहीं पता. Alright. Oh, Neil and Amit have not given the answer. Sneha. Oh, Sneha. This is the day we've both been waiting for. Sneha, congratulations on being in the first place. This is the day. I think, yes, I feel proud. Johnny, Ashwarya, Garima, Amit, Harshal, Neil, Kamakshi, and of course, Samiksha, fan of Shinchan. Me too, Samiksha. High fives for that one. Let's take a look at the 9th question. After this, let's skip the leaderboard because I think otherwise it's going to take a lot of time. And you guys are going to snooze. What is the meaning of twiddling? Twiddling? What do you think? Turning opposite next to or towards. What do you think? You already know this word came actually in your chapters, which is of course very important. What do you think is the answer, guys? Twiddling. Twiddling? A, B, C or D? Hi Tamanna, nice to see you. Divya, you're in the 20th place. Not bad, not bad. All right. Ashwarya. Guys, it means turning. Twiddling means turning. Yes, ma'am. Okay, it is not the first. Is it? It's not, Sneha? My bad. But congratulations, Sneha. It's always nice to see you on the leaderboard. Right? Guys, answer was option number. Sabko pata hai answer kya tha. Let's move on to the next one. Twiddling means turning. So don't get confused. 10th question. Let's quickly move on. Don't do that. You'll hurt it. What is it here? What do you think? What are we talking about? It is the car or the bike or the bicycle or his mother. If somebody gives the answer as mother, I'm going to lose it because it's going to be super hilarious. Unacademy SM में English या SST पता नहीं शोभित यार ये आंसर तो मुझे नहीं पता ये किसी और से पूछना पड़ेगा. I'm not the correct person to tell you that. Right? A, B, C or D, guys? What do you think? Don't do that. You'll hurt it. What is it here? I really... Sneha, did you misclick? What? Guys, bicycle. Oh, there are beautiful 5 students in the class who said it's his mother. Guys, किसकी मम्मी? किसकी मम्मी आ रही है इस पूरे स्टोरी में और मैंने पढ़ा नहीं. क्यों कर रहे हो ऐसा गाइस? किसी की मम्मी नहीं है इस स्टोरी में. Nobody's mother is being mentioned in this story. All right. I'm Juhu. Juhi, nice to of course, nice to meet you. It's better than calling you study with fun, honestly. Sakshi, legit. किसी की मम्मी नहीं आ रही है. Why are you mentioning his mother? Why? All right. Let's take a look at the next one. All right. It looks to me as if the bearings were all wrong. Who said this? Who said it? The narrator said it, narrator's sister said it, narrator's mother said it, or the man said it. अब याद रखना कि उसकी बहन, उसकी मम्मी और उसके पापा क्या वो सभी स्टोरी में आते हैं या नहीं. Alright, A, B, C or D, what do you think is the correct answer? The narrator, the narrator's sister, the narrator's mother or the man? There's no session. What are you saying? There is supposed to be my ma'am, your schedule. It is supposed to be my session. Is it not? Guys, to me it looks as if the bearings were all wrong. The man said it. That is why he goes down on his knees and he starts to fix the bicycle. No, because he's like, hey, ye bearings to galat lag rahe hai. So option number D is going to be the correct answer. Right? I'm going to let the leaderboard on because why not? Amit, I think you're gonna go out of the leaderboard like this. Juhi, nice to see you. Right? Sneha, Johnny, Ashwarya, Garima, Kamakshi, Nandini. Let's just call you Nandini. Alright? Harshil, Juhi, Amit and Neil are there on the leaderboard. Neil, you did not reply to the last question, did you? 12th question, I hope we're ready. Catch him. Again, this question we have already done before. Catch him. What is them here? Catch them. What are we talking about? Parts of the cycle? Narrator's assignment, the man's pencils or man's cycle's ball bearings. What do you think is the correct answer? Guys, I don't think I'm allowed it's professional to give my phone number on the YouTube channel. I don't think I want to take that risk. So we'll not be able to do that. And Nandini has already misclicked and also informed me about it. I think A. Alright guys, it's going to be what? It's going to be A, B, C or D. Oh, parts of the cycle guys. Man, okay, two characters hai. Ek to boy hai and there is a man. Both of them are equally stupid. But it's there, right? So, man ki cycle ko to kuch nahi hua na. So it's going to be part of the cycle because the man's cycle is completely intact. Nobody is touching his cycle. We are only destroying the boy's cycle, right? So there is a difference. Right, Sneha, you think the answer is A? The answer is absolutely A. Johnny, Sneha, Ashwarya are there in the top 3. Not bad. Let's take a look at the 13th question. We're down to the last 3-4 questions. So let's how to join the Menti. Tamanna, go to menti.com. Literally, it's written on the top. Go to menti.com and use this code and you'll be able to join. Well, I am an ass. I did not say that. The man said it in the story. Why did the boy feel this was the most respectable thing that the man said? You know, this is the most funny part in the story because the man is just like, I think I'm an ass. And the boy is like, yes, you are. Why did it take you so long to realize who you are? So why do you think the boy thought this was the most respectable thing to say? A, B, C or D? Guys, because the man was option number A, the man was actually after all, and that is why the boy was very, very happy. He was just like, yeah, definitely. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. We are down to the last 2-3 questions that are left for the session, and then we are done. Sneha, I put that question there for a purpose because why not? Let's have a good laugh about fictional characters. Now that we don't have a life beyond home. I dash my homework on time. Now, if you will look at the chapter, and if you look at the questions after the chapter, there is a lot of modals there. There is a modal, there's should, ought to, and must. Now, considering that they're coming right after your chapter, there is a high chance they're going to come in your exam. So should, ought to, and must are different types of modals used for necessity. They're used for advices. Should is used for advices. Ought to is used for I forgot what that. Must is definitely used for necessity. For example, you must do that, right? I ought to finish my homework. I should finish my homework on time. Now, I don't remember why I put the answer as this. But if you have a better understanding, let me know in the comment section. Right? Most of us are saying it's option number A, B. Nihasa, it's completely fine here. All good. Garma Kamakshi and Rishabh and Nikita Singh have given the correct answer. Not bad. Guys, let's take a look at the next question. Again, these are modals. I have taken special classes on modals. So if you don't know what these are, please go check out the special class. Everything is crystal clear there. I have completed should, ought to, as well as must there. So make sure that you check that out. Okay? Because modals is a completely huge different grammar topic altogether. Right? Should, ought to, or must. They dash be on time, or we will not be able to start. Right? Now, this is sort of like a necessity. Right? Agar A nahi hoga, to B bhi nahi ho paega. What do you think is going to be the correct answer? Sakshi says it's going to be must. Should and must. Okay. It's just one, Sneha, only one is they must be on time, or we will not be able to start. So it's going to be a necessity, right? So it's going to be option number D. Ye wala to I'm very confident about. It's going to be must. It's not going to be a should or ought to. All right. Some of us have given the answer. Sneha, you gave the correct answer. Not bad. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at 16th question. Last 3 questions for the day. Make sure that you join me for the special class at 5:30. It's going to happen. It's going to happen on the platform Unacademy, and of course, we are going to study nouns. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've made a cute, fun PPT. We are going to be playing a game also, so make sure that you're there. Right? Let's take a look at this. I dash be firm. Now this answer will go straightforward as should, ought to, or must. Right? Should is the answer, ma'am. Okay, Juhi, I see ya. Right? This, when will be a mega quiz? Dinshu, it's gonna happen tomorrow or day after. Ought to. Now, I ought to be firm, right? So, ought to is, I think, used, I can't say it right now unless I've confirmed it myself, even though I just studied it. This is what happens. Cool, guys. Please make sure, if you want me to take a class on modals, I will take it eventually on YouTube also, but it's gonna take some time. But other than that, make sure that you are little well versed with modals, because that can come, because a lot of times your grammar comes from every exercise that it is given after the chapter. Right? Cool. This is very important. We dash wash our hands for 20 seconds at least. Why 20 seconds? Because it takes 20 seconds for that whole coronavirus protein wall to break down, and then it breaks apart into different parts. So make sure that you're washing your hands for how many seconds? 20 seconds. So you basically should wash your hands for 20 seconds. That's the answer. Right. Is there another class of yours that's going to do? Yeah, this guys, I have a class on direct and indirect speech on YouTube at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock? Wait, I have... Oh, wait. Wow, that's gonna be... We should wash our hands for 20 seconds, right? It's going to be option number A. I just realized 2 of my classes are clashing. Okay. I'm gonna wear this sad face in just a couple of minutes. But before that, let's quickly end this session, because at least is there. Okay, cool, Sneha, I got it. I'm feeling sick. I dash a doctor. right? Or ought to, wait, there should be a C here. I should see a doctor, I ought to see a doctor. So guys, there is a typo here. There should be a C here, which is not there. Ought to, must or should के साथ C भी आना चाहिए. So make sure that you are writing the answer or clicking on the answer after looking at that. Okay? I dash a doctor. Alright, let's take a look at the answer. What exactly is the answer? The answer is going to be, it's going to be ought to, it's going to be must. Most of us is given the answer as like ought to. I ought to see a doctor. अगर आप बीमार होते हो तो कंपल्सरी होता है ना कि डॉक्टर को दिखाना है. You must see a doctor. That is why the answer is given as must. Let's take a look at the last question. Oh, last question is what? I think last question is if we dash exercise if we want to stay healthy. A, B, C or D? Feel sad now. Just realized 2 of my classes are clashing. Now I'm like, how do I refuel it? Okay, we dash exercise if you want to stay healthy. What do you think is going to be the correct answer for this one? A, B, C or D? Right? We should exercise, it's kind of an advice, or we ought to, or we must. Now, nobody is really holding a gun to your head saying ki, hey, you have to exercise. It's going to be advice. If you want to stay healthy, you should be exercising. So option number A is going to be the correct answer. Let's take a look at who has won this round of quiz. 19 questions, that's a lot. Sneha, I have a feeling that you, and of course, I'm very proud of everybody. Sneha, Garima, Aishwarya, Amit, Kamakshi, Juhi, I think Rishikal, I can't read that, Harshul, Juhi and Avni. Congratulations to everybody. Sneha, congratulations to you. Great job, guys. Now I'm feeling a little upset because, oh, how did I not see that? 2 of my classes are clashing. Great, but great job, guys. Make sure we are going to see each other again once more to revise the entire chapter and just close it up. Thank you so much for coming today. Even though the students were not a lot today, I think we still had a good fun session and we ended the chapter. Make sure that you download the app. If you want to follow me, you can. If not, you can directly message me also. I try to reply. Even though the schedule is very tight these days, so I don't find a lot of time to do that. Right? But lovely to have you. I'm going to see you in the next class. And I'll have to figure out how to take my next class because my classes are overlapping now. Great job, guys. Congratulations to Sneha and everybody else who was there on the leaderboard. After you tell me bye or after you say I'm gonna end. Ah, Nandini, so sweet. Suryansh, you were in the 11th place. Not bad. Bye, Ganesh. Bye, Nandini. Lovely to see you. Bye, Lakshay. Nice to see you as well. I'm gonna see you guys in the next class. And of course, oh, that's so nice, Manthan. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful. Yes. Alright, bye guys. I'm gonna go and fix my class issue problem. Dear Lord. Alright, bye Kiran. Bye guys. Bye Sindhuja. Nice to see you in the session, guys. Lovely to have you. I'm gonna see you in the next class. Make sure that you're washing your hands for 20 seconds and make sure that you take a bath and wear a mask. All of the precautions that you have to take. Stay away from COVID. I'm gonna see you in the next class.